Welcome to the next lecture in LT Power System. Last lecture we were discussing the constructional features of the synchronous machine. In this lecture we are going to discuss the excitation systems for the synchronous machine. So generally small size synchronous machine, the field winding is excited from a separate DC source through a slip rings and brushes. So this is for small size synchronous machine, we will have a separate DC excitation. Whereas when we have a large machine, various schemes are employed to supply DC excitation to the field winding. So for small size machine, small separate DC source is enough, whereas for a large machine, we will have various schemes employed to supply the DC excitation. Some of the most important excitation systems that are basically used are DC exciters, static excitation system, brushless excitation system. So these three excitation systems are the most important excitation system that are used for the synchronous machines. So DC exciters, static excitation system and brushless excitation systems. Now first we will see what is a DC exciter. So in the DC exciters, it is the most conventional method of exciting the field winding. So field windings will be excited to produce the flux. So this is the most conventional method of exciting the field winding. Three machines are basically used. What are the machines? One is the pilot exciter, second is the main exciter, and the third is the main three-phase alternator. So these three machines are mechanically coupled and therefore driven by the same shaft. So if we see from the diagram, so we have the pilot exciter, the main exciter and the three-phase alternator. So these are driven on the same shaft of the alternator. The pilot exciter is basically a DC shunt generator. So we see the pilot exciter where the field winding is in parallel with the armature. So it is the DC shunt generator which is feeding the field winding of the main exciter. So these two windings are there. One is for the DC generator and one is for the main exciter. So the DC shunt generator of the pilot exciter will excite the main field winding of the main exciter, and since it is located on the same shaft of the alternator, the excitation will take place. The second excitation is basically the static excitation system. So in the static excitation system, the power of the excitation is given to the main alternator field drawn from the output terminals of the main three-phase alternator itself. So the three-phase alternator itself is responsible for exciting its own field winding. So the output of the alternator will be used as the input for the excitation of the field winding. And for this purpose, a three-phase transformer is used to step down the alternator voltage to the desired value. Now, the three-phase voltage is fed to a three-phase full-wave bridge rectifier using thyristors. So here we can see that this is the alternator. The output of the alternator is given through the transformer, step-down transformer, which is stepped down to the desired value, and it is given to a thyristor bridge rectifier so that we convert it into a DC supply. The firing angle of these thyristors is controlled by means of a regulator which picks up the signal from the alternator terminals through potential transformer and the current transformer. So the thyristors, which are responsible for production of the DC supply, which is the conversion of the three-phase AC stepping down through a transformer and going to the thyristor. The firing of these thyristors are controlled with the help of a regulator, which is again controlled with the help of CT and PT, that is the current transformer and the potential transformer. There are some advantages of using the static excitation system. Generally, the response time of the static excitation system is very small, is about 20 milliseconds. It eliminates the exciter winding loss and commutator bearing and winding maintenance. So certain losses are eliminated. As the excitation energy is taken from the alternator terminal itself, the excitation voltage is directly proportional to the alternator speed. So we see that the output of the alternator itself is exciting the field winding. So the voltage will be proportional to the speed of the alternator. This will improve the overall system performance. The final excitation system that we are going to discuss in this lecture is the brushless excitation system. So, as the name suggests, in the brushless excitation system, there are an alternator, rectifier, main exciter, and a pilot exciter. So, the pilot exciter is known as the permanent magnet generator PMG. So, permanent magnet generator is used as a pilot exciter. So brushless excitation system will have an alternator, rectifier, main exciter and PMG. Both the main exciter and the pilot exciter are driven directly from the main shaft. So here we can see that we have a main exciter, that is the alternator, and the pilot exciter which are on the same shaft of the alternator. Now the AC output of the PMG, that is the permanent magnet generator, is rectified by a three-phase full wave phase thyristor bridge. So this thyristor is used to rectify the output AC voltage of the PMG, that is the permanent magnet generator. The thyristor assembly is usually housed in removable drawers which can be taken out easily for repair. So when we need to repair any part of the thyristors, then we can easily take out the thyristor from the circuit. The thyristor bridges are controlled by a set of dual firing circuit which is operating in parallel. So when we need to fire the thyristor circuit, we will have a dual firing circuit present in the system. The base excitation is controlled by an input setting to the thyristor gating circuit. So we have a base excitation which is controlled by an input setting to the thyristor gating circuit. So this is the thyristor gating circuit which is controlled by the base adjustment. This control signal is driven from the PMG. So the PMG itself is giving the control signal to the base adjuster through a regulated DC supply which also serves the regulatory logic circuit. So there is something, a logic circuit to control the value of the PMG. Now its response time is very short, which is of the order of less than 0.1 second. So here in the brushless excitation system, we have the permanent magnet generator which plays a very important role through the thyristor, and it is exciting the main exciter of the field winding. So in this lecture, we have discussed the three important types of excitation system to produce the DC supply so that the field winding is excited of the synchronous machine. For small size synchronous machine, there is no difficulty. We can use a small size DC machine, but for the large synchronous machine, we will have different type of excitation system. Thank you for now.